Okay, guys, what we're going to do here is we're going to break off into groups of 3 or 4, discuss your assumptions, talk about it. If you guys hear any that you're like, okay, you know, that actually makes sense for my business too, please take note of it as well. If you're in a group and you're not exactly sure, like I said, what that assumption means, ask the person to explain. So let's do that for the next, I say 5 minutes in class. If you want to find your 3 to 4 people group online, go ahead and start chatting. If somebody wants to go ahead and start online and just drop in some of their assumptions and discuss. Okay.
Well, hello everyone online.
Hi, Brianna.
As far as assumptions, well, with my business, what I've assumed is always how I can make it unique. So my assumption, I would guess, say being unique and setting myself aside from others that do the same thing that or provide the same services that I provide.
Yes.
My assumption is I'm gonna find the niche. I'm gonna find the golden.
That's right. You need to set yourself aside. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey guys, can you hear me okay?
I said, you know, I have a unique service is one of my assumptions, and that every small business needs my service.
Yeah, Nolan, I can hear you.
Sorry, I'm taking this call from my truck, so I apologize. I have a conflicting thing. So I wrote in the chat, you know, making sure your target demographic is actually the demo that wants or needs your product. What I meant by that is demographic is pretty much your target market. Like, who are you selling the product to? Who do you think wants it? And then who is actually interested in it? They're two very different categories of people. So
they are. You have to make some assumptions so that you know where you can go. Or like if you just, once you figure out what your product is and you want to talk about it, then you can go to a place like Fremont Street on a Friday afternoon before people are drunk and just talk to people and talk to all sorts of people to see if you can validate that they actually are your target customer.
Absolutely.
What would you recommend if it's something like business to business? Like my business idea is to offer services to other businesses.
Do you know who your target customer is there? Do they have trade shows?
Not necessarily. It's more of a specialized service, I guess, offering like distribution and manufacturers a certain type of employee.
Oh, so it's an employment type of product. Yes, then you would probably be wanting to join trade associations. And that's where you would meet up with your potential customers.
Okay.
So I'm in the similar boat. I actually am a B2B business currently, and I offered marketing animations like at the STEM level, so scientific and mathematics, technology animations, to help explain businesses' products like pharmaceuticals or like future tech to their customers. So when I go out looking for businesses, I'm really trying to learn about all of those guys and find out where they live, right? So going to like the trade shows that were mentioned and stuff like that.
Yeah, CES will be a good place for you because those are all techie people.
Oh,
yeah, CES. There's got to be other technical trade shows as well. Hey, Sean, you've got a snowy background. I hope it's not snowing where you are.
No, that's just my picture from New York.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Hey, Maggie, just so you know, this is Ryan. For CES, I believe it's actually free to attend, but you have to sign up by, I think it's like August, like once they open up the official attendee site or whatever. because I missed it this past year, and I don't know, I'm too cheap to pay, so I couldn't go.
Yeah, but once you get on the mailing list for them, they will send you a notice that it's time to get your ticket.
Yeah, I went like pre-COVID, and I was on the list, and then post-COVID, they said, yeah, this guy's history. So I got, well, actually, I think I had to switch email addresses, so that's why I'm no longer on their list.
Oh, yeah, that could be. If you could check into your old email, maybe you could forward it to yourself and then get a ticket
Yeah, that's true.
from that.
Or just not forget this time and do it early.
Yeah.
Also, Ryan,
Am I unmuted? Hi, guys. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take maybe 3 people from the room and 3 people online just to share some assumptions that they've had. We just for time, I would love to, trust me, I love this group already. We've had some great discussions and I would love to talk to you guys like all night. I'm sure you would not love to talk to me all night. That's okay. So if we want to start with maybe a few online, Maggie, maybe 3 people that want to share some assumptions and then we'll go to the room.
Yeah, I just answered Calvin. So Calvin, why don't you go ahead and unmute yourself and tell us about your business and your assumption?
I'm here in Las Vegas and I'm starting a limousine company with a Mercedes party bus. It's already a very flooded market. There's party buses and limousine companies all over Las Vegas, but my party bus is styled differently than any other party bus in Vegas, and I'll need to communicate that to my, clients somehow. I need to overcome being unknown. That's something that, whether it's through social media or me just driving around shaking hands or meeting event planners or whatever, but I know that I have to dedicate energy to overcoming knowing who my company is yet.
Okay. Anybody else online?
Yeah, I can go. If that's all right. So I just had formulated some of my assumptions when we went public. So I haven't shared that much internally yet, but I'd like to boil things down into key performance indicators. It's way too early for that. So looking at sort of the funnel of who the market is, for me, it's pretty well anybody that's over 30. But so narrowing that to anybody that wants to be healthier, anybody that wants to perform better, blah, blah, blah. But then realistically, who is probably, you'd be surprised. Like if you ask 10 people if they want to be healthier, if they want to be smarter, if they want to live forever, only probably 1 out of 10, I'm guessing, will say, well, and I'm not guessing, I asked this question to everybody that I meet. And usually it's like, no. But then if you ask, well, do you want to die tomorrow? No. Do you think what's going to change tomorrow that you think you're going to want to die, right? So it's a bit of a conversation, but most people want to get healthy. So then I'm narrowing it down to who I can reach, what the address, like, so that the market is vast, but the addressable market, I'll do it through partnerships, through publicity, through banks. I think entrepreneurs and people in esports that are, because my protocol for health and longevity and performance is quite complicated, I like to boil it down into the simplest piece, which is the cognitive part, because if you get the cognitive part, then you have the motivation and the discipline to look at all the other things, exercises and other disciplines that you might want to do. So that's that. And then got about 5 categories of revenue, so which are too much to go into, right? But that's kind of try to break it down, and I think that's what we were trying to do as a group. Maggie is sort of like, okay, who's your addressable market? How are you going to access them? That's kind of I think one of the things that we got down into the group, and so my thinking was like, wow, that's a lot there'd be a lot more work to do, but it's the addressable market and sort of try to boil it down into what the funnel is to spit out a paying customer at the other side and what that looks like.
There is so much to doing this. Yes.
Maggie, could you explain to the people in class what the addressable market means?
Okay, so we are talking about who your customer is. And once we know what industry you're in, there are these three things that investors are interested in hearing about, and it's TAM, SAM, and SOM. I do a whole lesson on it. It's the total addressable market, which is the industry that you're in, your available market, which is where you're going to start. If you're going to start in just the state of Nevada, or if you're going to start in the United States, but you have plans to expand to other countries. It's chunking down the market from a really broad market and narrowing it down. And then for your obtainable market, it's actually a sales projection of what you think you can achieve in a time-bound period, like 3 to 5 years. And that's really hard to do. It takes a lot of effort to come to your SOM because you are going to anticipate where your first market is, where your second market is, when, what milestones do you have to hit before you get to the next market, how much that's going to cost. So there is a lot of financial projection that you have to do in order to get to a SOM that is defensible to an investor. So there's a lot of work ahead of you in all aspects, not just knowing who your customer is.
So Maggie is, she's actually one of the people that, or the person that a lot of people that we know within the startup community in Nevada in whole and out of, the people reach out to, because she is one of TAM, SAM, SOM, can get a little tricky. Maggie's very good at explaining it in a way that makes sense and is digestible. So there is a course, I don't know which session it is, but where Maggie does go over it in a lot more detail. And we have a YouTube channel. So if you guys want to get a head start, she's also on there. And you'll find some videos on TAM, SAM, SOM on there if you want to.
Yeah, so I dove.
SAM, SAM, SOM, SOM.
Right, but we are getting ahead of ourselves. So
Yeah,
today, Carrie, we are just, I see some frustration on your face. We were just talking about the assumptions. So when you think about your business, what is it that you know about it so far? Do you know what you want to do? Do you know who your customer might be for that? Okay. Do you know how you're going to reach that customer? So the things that you already know about the business that you want to start, the total addressable market and, creating a customer persona, that's for a little bit later down the road. Right now, we're just trying to figure out what we do know.
So do we want to get a few people to share in the room what their assumptions are? Oh, we'll go into the back. Hold, please. If you want to just stand up, introduce yourself, and wouldn't mind talking loud enough so the room can hear.
Hi, I'm Crystal. This is my husband, Raymond. And about 54% of seniors are digitally illiterate. And as we know, technology is ever evolving. So that is my target customer. My assumption is that my target customer is not online to find our services. We will be providing them with website services, photography, videography, graphic designs in order for them to market their businesses online so that no generation will be left behind. And I definitely feel passionate about it because this is a problem in my community and the historic West Side, where there are a lot of senior African-American churches and businesses that are not doing so well because they do not have a digital presence.
I know the historic West Side well. There's a mosque down there that my ex-father-in-law since passed used to be really good friends with the imam. So I know it well. Is anybody else in the...
Who is that just spoke, please?
Crystal Webb.
Got it.
Okay. Okay, we have... Oh, who are you, sir?
Who? Me?
Yes.
Chiron's my screen name. My name is Ronald Ingram.
Nice to meet you, Ronald Ingram.
And he spoke earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He did that. No wonder that voice. He spoke, on Monday too. Yeah.
Yes, he did.
We have two. Yes. We have two people in the room. I'm just going to pass it off to one more and then one more and then.
Yeah, I love hearing from Ronald Ingram. Gets to the point.
You want to stand up and speak?
Yeah, Mr. Ronald Ingram, it's very a pleasure to hear from you. You got a lot of valid points, keeping everything concise too. I kind of feel like my 2 or 3 assumptions I'll share tie into the last 2 points that were made from the speakers. And so my assumptions about my idea is that it would be age friendly and intuitive for all ages, and that it will improve the quality of life for everybody who uses it. And that, it just ties into what Mr. Ingram was saying. Is, does the person even want to have a higher quality of life? And at some point, everybody should know how to use technology in an intuitive way. I said 3, so let's see one more here. That it'll be beneficial to all businesses, not just individuals as well.
Thank you. We've got one more in the room here. 1 second, I'm just heading back there.
Hello, my name is Tamika. So I have a company called Poober, like Pet Uber. I provide a local pet taxi, take pets to any pet care appointment. So my assumptions is that my target audience will be the elderly, being that, they also deal with health issues. Pets still need love and care, and they can also become, a lot to work with, especially if you're already dealing with any health condition. So I like to jump in and help alleviate that. Also with the essential personnel who always have to be at work or travel, I would like to also step in and help there. The way I plan to operate is I will have a doggy bus, I will have a website, and everything will be calculated based off mileage, gas, and things like that. I will be configured into it. Marketing, I will network with local pet care facilities, such as groomers, daycare, hospitals, and also go around and market to the actual senior citizen facilities and try to let them know about the service.
Okay, thank you. I am just gonna head back up to screen, and then we are gonna go to the next slide. Thank you guys for your responses. There's some great responses and sharing your assumptions. Okay.
Well,
Next
Tamika,
slide.
you got a thumbs up from Ryan for your idea.
Yeah, that's a cool idea. I would have never thought of that in a million years. There's definitely a needed service there. That's very cool.
Rikshana, do we have time for one more, Indira?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, go ahead, Indira. Let's see. Indira, you're going to have to unmute.
I'm sorry.
There
I
you
was
go.
trying to do. I never know how to do this. My English is not very good because I'm here, yes. Because I'm at work right now. Let me see. Oh my gosh.
So what are your assumptions about your business?
I have I don't know how to turn this. I have an online store. I do merch for different business. I'm starting with that, and I also have my own. I'm trying to do my own brand with my son. He has autism, and we do clothes with his draw, and I made the design for that clothes, and that's about our brand. The other thing is the merch that I can do for different business.
So what I heard was that your son has autism and you've designed a line of clothing for him?
Yes, with him.
With him, okay.
Yes.
And how is it different?
How is he made some different drawings. He like design. He only has 5 years, but he likes to do designs, and I'm trying to work in that. I'm trying to make like something that help other mothers that have the same kind of children than me to participate in this kind of project, and his son can do some designs for the brand too.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. I think that's incredible. Okay, so our next slide. So first, let me start by saying, and getting started on this next slide, it is okay if you aren't sure yet. A part of this program and process is helping you guys get there. So ideate, talking about your idea. It's incredibly important to speak with others about your idea, whether you're starting a company or trying to improve an existing one. To do this, you need to be able to communicate the following. What is the customer problem that you are solving? How does your product or service solve this problem for your customer? How is it different from other products or services? What is your competitive advantage? Who will buy it? Why will they buy it from you? So this is another kind of discussion topic. What we're going to do is I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to write these down, whatever your answers to these questions are. And then we're going to pair you off. And then we're going to take 5 minutes for each person to answer these questions and explain them to their partner. And online, we're just going to go ahead and mute me again, and you guys can chat. Okay, guys, so we're going to split off into groups of 2 or 3 here. What we're going to have you guys do is go through all of these, discuss it with your team. Remember, the goal here is to, it's okay if you're not sure yet. It's just to communicate, right? To try to explain it to your partner. Getting you guys more comfortable talking about it. Go ahead and split off. People in chat, go ahead and you guys can discuss amongst yourselves. And as if you want to mute me again so they can, okay? We'll do.
Okay, so we're all together on this online thing. Leah, you wanted to share, or you wanted to hear what Ronald had to say?
I'd like to share, but since Ronald was okay, he's not. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, then go ahead, Leah.
I don't want to dominate, so I'm going to wait until Maggie tells me to speak.
Good boy.
Okay, y'all. Well, good evening. My name's Leah, and the business I'm starting, I call it a language exchange platform. But to give context, I'm a former educator with experience as a classroom teacher in the US and overseas in Metro Manila. I also have most recently worked as an educational consultant building curriculum and teaching nonprofits how to teach. So basically what I really want to do is I want to offer fun, relevant Tagalog. That's one of the main languages in the Philippines, language lessons for the global diaspora. In Vegas alone, I'm sure everyone here knows at least someone who's of Filipino descent. There's a big community out here. And a major need that my colleagues, my friends, my family members are finding is the grandparents speak Tagalog, but they never taught their kids, right? So first generation Americans or, Canadians, whatever country they immigrated to. So now we find that the next generation have zero fluency understanding of the language. And how I envision my business is kind of like Peloton. For those of you who have the Peloton or the Peloton app, they offer high quality asynchronous classes that people can access any time of day. And they make them short and sweet. Or if you want a 30-minute workout or 45-minute workout, you can do that. So that's what I envisioned with this language program. The thing that sets it apart from others is I actually taught in the Philippines, and I plan to use my former public school students as those teachers. I plan to use them, one, because a lot of them have very limited career options. They can't afford college if they were even able to finish their K through 12 education. A lot of public school students in the Philippines, there is a statistic that says they have to drop out at grade 3 because they have to start working to provide for their families. So
wow.
Yeah, and so I'm still in touch with my students. I taught about 200 students there because an average class size, at least at the public school I taught at, is 50 students per class. So I'm really hoping to provide employment opportunities for my former students. That way they can share their experience, their expertise with the language, and then people of the Philippine diaspora or those who just want to learn Tagalog can learn from actual native speakers. And I envision this being really attractive to people who are, like my friends who don't speak the language, but they do want to have some transfer of culture and language to their kids. Yeah, that's my idea. So welcome to any feedback.
Oh, Leah, that sounds good so far. And you did kind of answer all of those questions.
Thank you.
So good on you for like planning and thinking about it and doing this kind of stuff. So who else do we have in the room? Like Jelena? Is that your name?
Oh, that's Jailene.
Jailene? Hi.
Yeah, hi. Hi.
How are
Hi.
you doing with this?
I took a picture, but it's here. Well, I would like to answer these questions. I believe that my business is the only business here that is actually doing service that involves the community. So I'm the co-founder of ASLA Incorporated, doing business as Outright Solutions. We are a corporation that helps people with their immigration problems. We are not lawyers, we are document preparers, but we go all the way up to responding to immigration with regards to requests for evidences for our clients and people who have been here for a really long time undocumented. We do help them. The only thing that we cannot do is represent them. But we have affiliate lawyers that if we needed representation, we go to them and seek help so we can help our clients. So what is the customer problem that we are solving? Immigration problem. That is one problem of this country. And still a lot of undocumented people here coming from different parts of the world. How does our product and service solve this problem for our customer? We do care. We care. We just don't take their money and then that's it. We help them. We actually help them
Wrapping up in 1 minute.
From start to finish until they get their green cards or they get reunited with their families. How is it different from other products and services? It's not probably different. What's different is how we treat the members, how we are with them all throughout along the way. And what is our competitive advantage is because we do care and we don't stop until we get them what they need. Who will buy it? People who needed immigration help. And
so
why will they?
It sounds like you're already in business. Is that right?
Yes,
Oh,
we
congratulations.
are. But thank you, ma'am. But because, our main goal is to give service to the people and to help the community as well, we're not making as much money. I'm here to learn on how to communicate more and grow our clientele. The way more people we can help, we can also help the business.
Okay, that's great. I'm sure we're going to go back into the general session now, but
okay, guys,
people who are already in business have it easier because they already know this.
So have you guys
okay?
Have you guys learned anything just by talking to your partners? Have you gained a little bit more confidence? Had to explain a little bit of what your concept or your business or your ideas? Okay, good. So as you talk more about it to different people, that was my Canadian accent. I don't know if you guys heard it or not. But as you talk more about it to different people, you will start to get more confident and you'll hone your skills. Let's go to the next slide. Oh, hold please. I just gotta. Okay, so talking about your idea. So here's an example. So we'll just go over the questions and the answers. So question here is, what is the customer problem that you are solving? The answer example here is property owners don't always have time to screen tenants, collect rents, advertise, and maintain their properties. So that's kind of, you already know what they're trying to solve for just by that answer. How does your product service solve this problem for your customer? We make owning property easy by handling the operations, so property owners can sit back and collect the cash. How is it different from other products, services? What is your competitive advantage? Unlike our peers, we specialize in properties in the Culver City area. Since we live and work in the area, we understand the neighborhood and can provide hands-on experience. Who will buy it? New landlords, absentee landlords, and landlords tired of the headache of property management will buy our services. Why will they buy it from you? Our background in tenant landlord law, convenience and efficiency are good reasons to hire us. When you guys go home tonight, use this as kind of your example and try to write it out in a way that makes a little more sense like this. So this is the beginning of your pitch, right? We can share the deck. I'll go, or I'll ask Cara to share the deck with you guys. Okay. So next slide. Business concept statement. Why take the time to do this? Because it's important that you start to make what is an idea sound real. Then you can begin to get real feedback on it, like your sessions today with your partners. Hernandez, Brown, and Santos Legal Services specialize in guiding management through the array of patent and trademark issues. HB&S differentiates by providing legal expertise directly from the firm's founders, saving clients the time and expense that occurs when large firms hand work to junior associates. Years of experience coupled with the firm's network systems ensure clients receive the most effective representation, marketing plans to acquire new clients. Small and mid-sized companies looking to outsource patent and trademark needs include an interactive website for immediate answers to routine legal issues and direct mail personalized letters with personal phone call follow-ups by the firm's 3 principals. Look at the example and see if you can spot the following attributes. When writing your statement, make sure to include them too. The features of the product or service, description of the customer, and the benefits of the product or service to the customer, and the uniqueness of the product or service or how it's different from similar products or services. So when you guys wrote down those questions earlier, did your responses include these items down here? Somewhat, yes. Okay. If they didn't, put some thought behind it. Try to make sure you include those, because those 3 are very important. Outside of class, what's your business concept? Describe your business in a paragraph. Make sure to answer the following questions. What is the customer problem that you are solving? How does your product or service solve for this problem for your customer? How is it different from product services? What is your competitive advantage? Did we do this already? It's on here twice. Okay. So basically, these are the questions that we answered before. Now go out and get feedback. So you're going to go talk to people and you're going to practice this. It's going to be your brother, your sister, your cousin, your coworker, online. Go out into the world and have these conversations. The more you do it, the more you'll hone what your responses are going to be, and the more confidence you'll build while you're doing it. I think and as we get into it, you'll see how this will all relate down the road. I'm not going to get into it now because it's going to open another whole conversation, but I'd like to hear next session, next week, I got it right this time, next week, on how some of those conversations went. And next up is our mentor session. Since we still have 15 minutes, are we open to sharing your ideas or talking about your ideas? Does anybody want to share? Yep. Okay, hold up. Maggie, do you want to identify maybe 2 people online, since we still have 15 minutes, that want to go ahead and talk about their idea too? We have 1 volunteer already in the room.
Okay. Who in here wants to talk about their idea, their business idea? Carrie does.
Go ahead and stand up and introduce yourself and take it away. Those are your questions.
Yeah, by all means. My name is Sin. I'm part of the team here with Optimum Canagard. So we have like a secure dry herb storage container for marijuana primarily. And so the problem that we're solving is that, as marijuana becomes more mainstream and, ubiquitous, people don't have secure storage for it. And there's not really a way to make sure that things aren't getting lost or misplaced, or like kids aren't getting access to it on accident, all these kinds of things. And also for cultivators, having inventory control issues, making sure that inventory control and inventory management is simpler and more streamlined. So that's like what we're hoping to solve by creating this easy to access and secure humidity control device that also has the measurement of what's in it on the front, right? It's different from other products and services within this industry, because right now most people are just using jars, bags, the bag that you get from the dispensary. These things maintain a very short shelf life after purchase. And they also don't allow you to track how much is in there and what's getting lost, right? So our competitive advantage is that we offer that service And also that, our CEO and founder is a person who has been working within the marijuana industry for a long time and represents a large group of the population who was, penalized through criminal offense for being part of this industry. And so we're, taking back that space and becoming one of those businesses to operate and provide within this space. We're hoping that dispensaries and smoke shops will purchase it from us as well as consumers. But we're hoping that businesses will be the primary purchasers. And they'll purchase it from us because it's us and because we're kind of doing something that's in what we like to think of as like a blue ocean space. Yeah, I think that answers it. Yeah.
That was great. We're going to work on cutting that down, but that was great.
Appreciate it. Sorry.
No, you're good. It's it's something that we're going to refine for everybody. This is how it's going to start. We're going to help you guys refine that. Anybody online want to go, and then we'll take another person from in the room?
Yes, Carrie Bezat is going to go.
Oh, first of all, thank you, Maggie, for clarifying that. The word assumptions threw me. I'm like, what? I've been sitting, what are we going? I am working, I'm 4 years into my business. So I've kind of been working on all this, and I'm taking this class because it's time to grow. So this is sort of a review for me. And it's a good review because it's good for me to go and review these questions. I do interior design and I offer home staging. And my tagline is at Carrie F Decor, we turn houses into model homes. And at first I was looking for my niche was in specializing in renovations because that's where most of my hands-on experience is. But I'm getting calls for, doing decor and other stuff. So I'm trying to broaden myself, and that's where I struggle a little bit is with niche because people are calling me for all different kinds of things and I don't want to limit myself to one thing. So I'm here to learn, go over the basics and tweak my process. I've got my who, what, and where, and I'm working on that too. I'm trying to attract a better quality client, not someone who doesn't have any money or has money and doesn't want to spend it. I'm sticking firm with my pricing. And what sets me apart is I come from the psychic arts. I'm intuitive. Most good designers are. But I bring a little psychic and spiritual perspective to what I do. And I also think I'm a good designer. So that's sort of what my goal is now, is to figure out, how to communicate that. Right now, the best form of getting clients for me has been Google and working on my SEO. But I don't feel like I'm utilizing social media to its fullest potential. So that's another reason I'm here in this class, is so I can learn how to grow my business and hire people that could do some of those things for me that I'm not doing as well or effectively as I could be. So I'm working on my how.
What's your name? I'm sorry.
Carrie.
Carrie. Okay. Harry.
This is Ronald. I could do mine in 30 seconds, Maggie. Maggie,
I would say go ahead. If you can do it in 30 seconds, let's time him.
Okay. So aging is the problem that I'm solving. So there's 3 categories of that: slowing it, pausing it, curing it. I'm not talking about curing, I am maybe talking about pausing. I am talking about slowing. The problem is vast, but you can scale it right down to the local level. So David Sinclair, many other scientists say $38 trillion a year would be added to the GDP of the world if health span could be extended 1 year. I've extended so why buy it from me? Because of credibility, and I've done it based on data. I've increased my lifespan, reduced my biological age by 9.9 years in 10 months. So therefore, that gives me results and credibility. So I think there's going to be a space race, and there actually is now a space race on nationally, right from the local level up to global level. But nations are going to want to help their people, their population be more healthy, and there are definite protocols to do it. I have a protocol to do that. That's what my business revolves around.
You're at 1 minute and 10 seconds.
Yeah, Rod,
that is still good.
You passed 30 seconds a while ago.
Okay. Anybody else want to try in the room? All right. We got one more person in the room. We'll probably take one more online and one more in the room. If you want to stand up, introduce yourself.
My name is Ariel, and I'm definitely doing this as a practice round because I don't think I have it fully solidified, so hence why I'm here. My business is currently it's Peak Vitality Fitness, and it's a fitness business for those 55 plus. I want to drop the fitness and it be a wellness resource platform. So lately, what I've been focusing on a lot is gratitude meditation practices, as well as the fitness side, the nutrition side, the overall health and wellness portion. What problem do I solve? It's really for those seniors that feel isolated, that feel depressed, that feel lonely, that are struggling to actually get out and start, like, basically they're restarting, right? They're retired, they don't know what to do, they don't know how to get back out into the world, and they probably feel like their time is done. And so the problem I'm trying to solve is create a life that they love, that they enjoy, that is fun, that's fulfilling. And it's through meditation practices, it's through fitness, it's through community events. I would like to partner with you guys that are teaching seniors digital access. So yeah.
Oh. Yay, there's a partnership. I love that. Great job. Thank you. And we identified a partnership, which makes me even happier. Okay, so Maggie, do you have somebody else online?
Maggie, Rachel has her hand raised.
Thank you.
And has, I think, from the beginning.
Yes. So here is Rachel.
Yes,
Take it
thank
away,
you.
Rachel.
Thank you. I'm Rachel. My company is Sunflower Compassionate Company. I am entering into the cannabis industry here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Well, so that way people can understand, I have a license for a cannabis consumption lounge. And I've heard several people on here that I would be interested in talking to in regards to a lot of things. So what my problem is solving here is a safe place to consume cannabis. How does my product and service solve the problem? Here in the state of Nevada, according to the Nevada revised statute, that is against the law. It's prohibited to smoke cannabis in a hotel or in private or in public places. So what's the difference between my product and going into a dispensary or the services that I provide or going inside of a dispensary is that tourists or even locals that go inside of a dispensary here, they cannot go to a hotel and smoke, or they can't go to a public place. So they have to consume in their private home or in a private facility or a lounge. And so the competitive advantage that I have with the existing lounges, once we open, what we're looking to is to wrap our services around the holistic lifestyle, such as wellness, the wellness side and the medicinal side of cannabis, which in my opinion includes meditation, yoga, Pilates, just a complete alternative medicinal lifestyle of cannabis. Who I would market to is the conference attendees, cannabis conference attendees, MJ BizCon. I also have a concept in there for seniors to come and do chair fitness on certain days, to come in and do chair fitness with the option to smoke cannabis. As shockingly, I've seen about a person that's 80 and over standing in the line at a dispensary. So that ideal kind of stuck with. Also, I'll be marketing to business professionals, tourists, EDC attendees, socialites. Yeah, so I have it all in my mind to what to do. I just haven't got a chance to do it yet. Not being in the know of how to do. So it's very interesting in listening to and learning what other people are saying about their business and the people that's already in the industry. So I appreciate it. But I have some people that I've heard in here already that I would definitely.
Yes, and you have somebody that has requested you say your name again, and he'll find you on Slack.
Yeah, my name is Rachel Lee, but on Slack it's Sunflower Compassionate Company. Same thing on Instagram, and Rachel Shelley Lee on Facebook.
Got it? Okay. We're making connections. This makes me happy. Thank you for that, Rachel. I get excited when I see other people like, can you repeat her name? Can we get one more person? Oh, we have two people and three. I think we have some time. Hold on. Let's see how many people we can get through in a matter of like 4 minutes. Okay, we're going to the back. you might want to go a little closer to the, so people can hear you and just project.
Hello, my name is Jolena Walker, and I am a community midwife.
Oh.
The problem that I am solving is that birth people are not being listened to. Black and brown mamas are dying at higher rates in childbirth, and it's not because of their diet. It is not because of where they, who they grew up with. It is about social determinants of health. The Birth Collaborative Las Vegas is training birth attendants, which are doulas, community doulas specifically, that are in the communities that serve the women that are needing this support. So we're not coming from outside the community, we're in the community providing workforce support and development for all of our birthing people. The difference of our product is that we center reproductive justice, we center birth justice, and we teach our doulas about social determinants of health so they can actually resource their communities with the actual help that they need. So is it food? Is it housing? Is it transportation? What do you need to bring your baby safely into this world? Our competitive advantage is that we are hiring people in the community from the community. So you don't have to drive across town to serve your community. You're right there already. You see them in the grocery stores. You see them at the library. They're already there. Who will buy it? Hospitals will buy it. Individuals will buy it. And other community health organizations will buy it because we're trying to upscale the net that supports maternal child health. We're not trying to corner the market. We want everybody to learn this, right? And why will they buy it from you? Because we're dope, right? Nah. Okay. So why will they buy it from us? We take a global perspective on health. We take a global perspective. So that means that we are not only looking at what is happening in their community, but we're also looking at the political determinants of health. To say, okay, politicians, how can you help these birthing people? Okay, city council, how can you help these birthing people? And we look at it that way because it's not on the birthing person to save their life. It is on the entire community to save their life.
I got to clap. I agree. Okay, guys, here's where you guys are going to kill me. We literally have 2 minutes and I want you guys to be able to go. We're also going to work on that. I love that. And we're also going to work on shortening that a little bit too. We're going to refine it. No, I do the same thing. Trust me. If I have to read something, there's a lot of ums that come out. So we have 2 minutes. We're going to continue to do practice pitches and kind of hone our skills. As we do that, we're going to take a little bit more time with everybody to practice in front of everybody. But for today, since you guys have your mentorship session after this, where's our mentor slide? It disappeared. There's our mentor slide. So here are your mentors for today. They are here except for Lorraine. Lorraine couldn't make it, but you have Maggie, who you hear often and you see walking around here as our guest mentor today. So please go to the restroom, do what you need to do. Everybody online, I think you're done for today. I think Inez wants to take it away. Thank you, everybody online. We appreciate your time. We'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone online. Good job tonight.
Thank you.
Quick question. Is there a difference as far as like if we go in person or if we do it online?
The in-person sessions on Thursday do include interaction with the mentors. So if you're online, you can post a question in the discussion boards and the mentors will answer, but it's not like you're going to have the benefit of listening to other people ask questions of the mentor and whatever they share.
And I had a question as well to piggyback off of the first question about the online.
Yeah.
Can we, like, if we wanted to come in person for a meeting?
Absolutely.
Match, or do we have to, if we start virtual, we have to do it?
No. You're welcome to come. And if you could, like last cohort, we had a guy who couldn't come on Wednesdays, but he could come on the other day. And so whatever works for you. That's why we record everything. We're going to be sending out the recordings of every session, so you don't feel like you're missing stuff.
Okay, yeah, because I did want to, I know due to my schedule, my sitter schedule, I wanted to attend some in-person sessions, and
We'd love to have you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That answers my question.
Okay, Sheely, did you have more questions?
No, that was it. Thank you very much. I'll actually probably be joining in person on Wednesdays, because I do love that that mentors are there and we can ask questions directly.
Yeah.
So, okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Jolene, the recording
Maggie,
hasn't been
just
sent
put in a
out yet, but
request
we
for-
will.
Good. I just put in a request for the Slack channel link, and I don't know if there was a recording for last week. I literally joined. I got the emails at 5 p.m. for the 5:30 meeting, so I get that I'm trying to play catch up right now.
Yeah, Jason, we haven't sent out the email yet with the recording link, but give me your email and I'll add you to the Slack channel.
No worries. Yeah. Jason, CHICHAN, like Nancy, at hotmail.com.
You went too fast. So I've got Jason CH.
CHICHAN, like Nancy, at hotmail.com.
At Hotmail. Okay. I'm going to go do some mentoring and then I'll come back and add you in. So look for an invitation in about an hour and a half.
Sweet. No rush. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take care.
All right. Everybody else as happy as you can be on this Wednesday?
And just to clarify on the in-person, is it both day, like Monday and Wednesday? There's available in person?
Yeah,
Okay.
5:30 to 6:30, except that on Wednesday we do a mentoring session from 6:30 to 7:30.
Understood. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions?
With the mentors, is it always 6 of them, or it's just going to be one of them? I think I saw 6 names on the slide.
Yes. Well, we divvied up everybody who registered among the mentors, but we don't know who's actually here in person. So it could work out that one mentor has no people, in which case we'll share them around.
Of course.
Okay.
Understood. Thank you.
Okay. If that's it, then I need to end the recording now and sign off. Okay, great. Thank you. See you guys on Monday. Bye-bye.